Jersey to Los Angeles, lines of frustrated passengers with delayed or canceled flights are filling airports across the country. Bad weather, staffing shortages, and summer travel demand are leading to a bad combination. And this comes as we head into a holiday weekend vacation week. Mary Calkins is live at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, where we've already heard from passengers who are just hoping for the best right now. Mary?
That's exactly right, Alex. And late last night, FlightAware showed departures from Charlotte Douglas were running more than 2 hours behind. But now that it's just after 5 a.m., I want to give you a closer look at what we're seeing on the departure boards right now. So you can see most of these flights on time, but just a few of them delayed. And if you look up here, we are seeing a few cancellations still this morning. Some of this is because of bad weather up in the Northeast. United Airlines especially hard hit, with more than 150,000 passengers impacted since the weekend. In fact, among all airlines across the country, there have been more than 6,000 flights canceled and 32,000 delays. The FAA has placed weather restrictions on airports from Washington, D.C. to Boston, and there are a shortage of air traffic controllers at some airports, and passengers are fed up.
It's just been delay after delay. My flight got canceled yesterday and it was delayed for over 5 hours, so we were just sitting on the plane. It's been ridiculous, honestly.
I feel gross. I feel like I want to cry, but I have nothing left.
Now, here at Charlotte Douglas International Airport, they are expecting to see more than 229,000 people go through TSA between tomorrow and next Wednesday. That's a 13% increase from what we saw this time last year. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, you're going to hear from airport officials about some advice they have if you're traveling this week. For now, reporting live from Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Mary Calkins, WBTV, on your side.